Welcome back. Republican lawmakers are calling for a federal investigation into consulting firm McKinsey after they say McKinsey allegedly violated the law after working on sensitive U.S. national security matters while failing to disclose potential conflicts of interest over its work for the Chinese government. It comes as the firm is overhauling its China business, separating its China operations from other global projects to reduce security risks. The Commerce Department also opening a probe into Taiwan semiconductor manufacturing over allegations that it sold AI-ready and other advanced chips to China's Huawei. On Friday, the company said it's committed to complying with export controls. Chinese drone company DJI, meanwhile, is suing the Defense Department now in a bid to overturn the department's decision to add DJI, to a list of designating it as a Chinese military company. But it is. So it's on the list. Joining me now is Gatestone Institute senior fellow and author of Plan Red, China's Project to Destroy America, Gordon Chang. Gordon, you know, this DJI situation is interesting because, yes, it's a Chinese drone company. Yes, it should be designated as one. But the U.S. buys drones from DJI. Why are we buying drones from DJI in the first place? Imagine our military using Chinese drones. Is that what we should be doing here in an environment where China is surveilling America morning, noon, and night?
Absolutely not. And we got to remember that in the Chinese system, every Chinese entity, every Chinese individual must obey commands of the Communist Party. And as well, China's National Intelligence Law of 2017 requires Chinese entities to spy if demanded. Now, in China, they had got something called military-civil fusion, which means the military has access to everything in the country from civilian institutions and universities and others. So clearly, all of these companies are linked. And we have to understand, you don't have independent companies in China. So clearly, we should not be doing business, and especially the Department of Defense should not be doing business with a Chinese drone company or any other Chinese company for that matter.
I mean, I'd like to know what this new designation of DJI being a Chinese military company means for our continued business with DJI. Are we finally going to say, you know what, maybe our military should not be using drones made by China?
Yeah, well, obviously that's not the case right now because they are. And, you know, you have the FBI, the Secret Service buying drones from China. I mean, what do we want? We want the Chinese to know the exact location of the president of the United States at every moment.
That's my point. Exactly. That's spot on. Meanwhile, I mean, look, we know Xi Jinping is going to the BRICS summit. He will attend the 16th annual BRICS summit in Russia later this week. The BRICS alliance is made up of Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, Saudi Arabia, and the United Emirates. Liz Peek, jump in here. No surprise, Xi Jinping is going to walk alongside his buddy Vladimir Putin at this BRICS summit. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Gordon, it seems to me that Joe Biden's done an excellent job of bringing our enemies together into this BRICS group. It worries me very much that you have India part of it, the UAE part of it. I guess my question to you is, A, are you concerned about the growing kind of inclusivity of the BRICS group? And also, what moves have they made? Is it a serious threat that they're trying to get these countries and other to use currencies other than the dollar? Where do you think that stands at this point?
Yeah, the BRICS wants a common currency. China has been pushing that. They're going to maybe make it gold back. But as everybody says, there's only one country that can dethrone the dollar, and that's us with the wild spending that the Biden administration has been authorizing. So clearly there's something needs to be done there. You know, the problem with the BRICS is that when you don't have common financial management, you can't really have a common currency. And we're seeing this with the euro as well. When you have in the Eurozone countries that look alike and they're still having problems with their currency, the BRICS are very disparate. I don't think that they're a real challenge to the U.S. And by the way, India in the BRICS is actually preventing the BRICS from becoming a non-Western institution. India is not part of the West, but India doesn't want to be anti-Western. So as long as India is in the BRICS, we're going to be okay. If they turf India out, then the BRICS could actually be an important organization attacking us.
Yeah, I mean, look, and then there's North Korea as well. North Korean soldiers have reportedly been filmed receiving Russian uniforms and equipment at a training ground at the Kremlin's Far East region over the weekend, Gordon. Ukraine's military intelligence chief has warned that 11,000 North Korean troops stationed in Russia are ready to fight. By November 1st, he says 2,600 North Korean soldiers will also be deployed to Russia's Kursk region, where Ukraine holds a significant amount of territory. So, Gordon, it looks like North Korea is rallying to the call of Russia as well.
Yes, and this shows that the bonds among those hostile powers are tightening. Now, those 10 or 12,000 regular North Korean troops, you know, North Korea's regular army isn't very good. But in eastern Russia, they're training 1,200 special operators. And North Korea's special operators are among the best in the world. And so those guys can do a lot of damage, especially if their numbers are augmented, which they undoubtedly will be. You know, in here, what we're seeing, and ultimately, is that China, Russia, North Korea, Iran see Ukraine as the future of the world. If they win there, they will win the world. If they lose there, we have a chance of reestablishing order in the very troubling, turbulent world right now. So clearly, this is where we should draw the line, and clear because the Russians and the Chinese and everybody else is doing so as well.
Gordon, is there any deterrence here? I mean, has the U.S. placed any deterrence whatsoever in place for North Korea, or is it the same as zero deterrence for Iran, zero deterrence for Russia, and we see it now with North Korea as well?
Yeah, zero deterrence. The North Koreans think they can do anything they want. We are seeing that they are actually engaging in these provocative balloon flights, sending these balloons into South Korea. This is an extraordinarily dangerous situation, especially because North Korea right now is having problems, especially with food shortages. So they can do anything that they possibly want, because I don't think they believe there's a deterrent there.
All right, we will leave it there.